Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel, That Rebel Chick. My name is Kelsey and I am obviously the host, main bitch in charge of this YouTube channel, That Rebel Chick. And what you're going to see is just a lot of writing and sampling food. You know, food has always been a big staple in my life. I enjoy cooking, I enjoy making food, eating food, talking about food, all of it. I am that person that will literally look up the menu before I go. I will look at the dishes that people have, what's recommended. I will cross-check that against Instagram. I am that person. You know, when I go to somewhere, I want to have the absolutely best experience I can have. And we have so many restaurants in Charleston, so y'all are going to get to see all of the amazing stuff we have here. And today we are actually going to Famularis Pizza to try their Chicago style deep dish pizza. My boyfriend's actually riding in front of me up there, and he has never had Chicago deep dish pizza. So this is going to be his first experience, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Alright, so a little bit more about me and my motorcycle journey. Um, Motorcycles were never anything that I thought that I would be interested in or I would see myself doing, 3 or 4 months ago. But I actually met my boyfriend Josh this past summer, and Josh has been riding practically since he could walk. He's did motocross his entire childhood, into his teenage years. He still has a motocross bike, and he's got a Harley FXR. And when we started talking, I was like, yeah, I'll ride on the back of your bike. I've never been on a motorcycle in my life. And this was, maybe 6 months ago? And the moment I got on the back of that bike, I absolutely loved it. It's just a whole new experience. You get to see your surroundings, you get to take it all in. It's so different from riding in a car. And, I fell in love. And after a while, I was like, you know what? I think I want to drive myself. So for at least 2 or 3 months, he and I he was awesome through the whole process. I'm sure he was over it, but I watched so many YouTube videos, I went to so many dealerships, sat on so many bikes, and I actually ended up purchasing my Honda Rebel 500 SE in 2022. So it's brand new. I love it. It's been amazing. I knew it from the moment I sat down on it that it was the bike for me. It's so comfortable. You can do so many modifications to it to make it what you want. And, it has power, not too much, but enough for new riders. So anyone who's a new rider out there, I would highly recommend the Honda Rebel 500. I know some people do the 300s. I wanted something a little bit more upbeat that, I could take on the highway if I needed to go to work or whatever. In case we wanted to do long trips, definitely doable. I have been riding the shit out of that bike. I've been riding for only about 3 weeks now. Been riding every weekend, and I've actually already put about 700 miles on it. So yeah, I love it. I actually went to the Myrtle Beach Bike Week last week with some people. I've just been throwing myself right into it, and I've loved every moment of it. So if y'all have any questions about the Thunderable 500, if it's for me, feel free to message me or drop something in the comments. But I hope y'all enjoy. And here is the moment, ladies and gentlemen, that we've been waiting for. We have arrived at Famularis Pizza. This is actually their Hanahan location. I think they've got multiple locations all over Charleston, obviously known for their pizza, but they also are a brewery, so they brew their own beer, and their brewery is in their James Island location. Like I said, this is Hanahan, and we went on Sunday night, which happens to also be half-price appetizers. And we went hard. We got 3 different appetizers. We started out with the pepperoni rolls. So those are literally just fried pizza dough with pepperoni and cheese on the inside. They were a little weird. They had this like sweet taste to them, almost like a Thai donut. I don't know. They were good. Wish they were a little bit more savory and less sweet, but I enjoyed them. Next, we had the mozzarella stuffed meatballs, and that was their house meatballs stuffed with mozzarella on the inside with a little bit of basil on top and a marinara. I would have liked a little bit more pesto on it, but overall really enjoyed the dish. And last, we also had their bruschetta. This wasn't one of my picks. It was actually Josh's friend Zach's pick, and he picked well. Surprisingly, this was my favorite appetizer. It was a crispy bread with feta cheese, basil, olive oil, tomatoes with a balsamic glaze and pesto over top of it. And man, it was definitely my favorite. It was very, very good, and I would highly suggest it. And lastly, we come to the main dish. I will say, going into it, you need to know that if you get the Chicago style deep dish, you are going to be waiting at least 45 to 50 minutes on it, which I already knew it going in, so I went ahead and ordered it as soon as we got there. So I would suggest y'all do the same. It came out, everybody was like, oh my god, it looks like pizza lasagna, which it totally is. Very, very good. I would have liked a little bit more crust, I guess, in the bottom. But I've had Fams before, and I've known that they have really good Chicago style deep dish. I actually lived in Chicago myself for a little bit, so I know a good Chicago style deep dish. And I will say, if you're in the Charleston area and you're looking for authentic style deep dish, go down to Fam's, give it a try. Just know you're going to be waiting a little bit long on your pizza. It's, not your normal New York style, and it's different than, a lot of the deep dish places in Charleston. And I will say it was a successful night. My boyfriend really enjoyed the Chicago style deep dish. He actually said he enjoyed it more than he would have imagined. So I know we're going to be headed there in the near future, and if y'all go down to Fam's, make sure you get you some Chicago style deep dish. You will not regret it. So thank y'all for tuning in, and until next time, stay wild, everybody.